I am part of the risk management function at ICICI Prudential in Mumbai. I hold a master's degree in business administration from the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. My hobbies, well, I'm very fond of sports, so whenever I get a chance, I like to, I play squash regularly and golf occasionally. I also like trekking, although, ever since I've taken up the exams, I've had to kind of cut down on it. And I also like a bit of reading. Came to know about the ACET once I decided to, take up actuarial studies. So I realized I have to take the exam to be able to take the consequent exams. I found it quite good actually. It was very clear as to what was expected from the people taking it. The syllabus is clearly outlined. The exam structure is clearly outlined. It being a multiple choice online exam, it was a very objective exam where there could be no concerns of inconsistent marking or assessment as such. More than the number of hours, I try to focus on putting in regular and consistent effort, trying to make sure that I covered as much of the syllabus as possible. Trying to know the course material well rather than setting myself time targets of how many hours I need to cover every day. I was doing it while I was working, so the effort was always slightly higher on weekends and less on weekdays, because work commitments also do come into the picture. See, I hold a degree in business administration and I worked for several years in projects that involve multiple functions. When I take up actuarial work, I hope to bring in my experience from other functions as well as my degree in business management towards bringing a broader perspective to the work that I do, and feed in my experience from the other functions towards making more optimal decisions, which also include actuarial assessment of risk rather than making silo-based decisions which may not necessarily be optimal. Yeah, I think it's a very relevant and interesting topic for study, the actuarial professional course itself. And given tightening regulations worldwide, there is going to be a lot more emphasis on risk management. And frankly, I think anybody who has the inclination for this field of study should pursue it. Why did I decide to take up this course? Well, I feel it's necessary to upgrade one's skills constantly, and especially with regards to the industry that you work in. As far as the life insurance industry goes, I feel the actuarial professional course is perfectly suited for this. The regulations tightening worldwide, understanding risk assessment, risk management is going to become very crucial, and that is one of the reasons that I feel this course is ideally suited for me at this point of time. And as far as people who are interested in this field of study, I think it's very relevant, very interesting, and anyone who feels they have the right inclination for this should definitely pursue this field.